Olympic pressure mounts as 6 Americans make the World Cup final at Copper Mountain. And you got to hear the story. All right. That's good news. It's an Olympic year. So when you're talking about guys making it and making it into finals, first of all, look, here's the deal. Job 1, make the final. Okay. Job 2, get on a podium. Job 3, make the Olympic team. All right. So let's break this down. The 6 competitors that represent the U.S. that made the finals. The finals, of course, taking place tomorrow. That is going to be on the Outside Plus network. You'll be able to watch that noon Mountain Time tomorrow to be able to watch it go down. I mean, gone are the days of having Shaun White at the top and him trusting in him to get a gold medal at the Olympics. We got some young guns out there trying to make a name for themselves, and they're doing just that. Let's get down to the story. Let's get down to the first competitor I want to talk about, Alessandro Barbieri. You got to talk about him. 17 years old. He is the youngest competitor representing the U.S. A lot of people already say he's a lock to make the U.S. team. No U.S. team members have been picked on the men's side for halfpipe, but on the women's side, yes, Chloe Kim has been picked. But a lot of people are saying he's the one, Alessandro Barbieri, who's going to get in first. He qualified second, so he will get to go towards the end of the pack tomorrow in the final. But also 9th at the World Champ, so a nice top 10 finish there. A 3rd last year, so a podium in Calgary, and 11th in Aspen. So he's got a better than average chance of making that U.S. team. Probably the best chance of all 6 of the guys we're going to talk about. You got to think that he's going to be one that you talk about in that main conversation. Okay, so we talk about him. Let's talk about another competitor that I want to mention, Chase Blackwell. Let's talk about Chase Blackwell. What has he done? Well, 1 World Cup podium to his credit. So he'll need to step up and try and get a podium to just to basically secure a spot on the team. 34th in Calgary, that's not going to make it happen, but 12th in Aspen, a very respective finish there last year. 12th at Copper, so he likes the Copper pipe. He does have 1 World Cup podium, and he's also a 2-time juniors champ. So if you look at Chase Blackwell, 26 years old, you got to think that he's got a chance. And here's the common thing. Here's the common ground on all these guys that I'm talking about. All of them have a really good chance of making the team. They're going to pick 4, and nobody has been picked yet. That's why I want to cover these 6, because these are the 6 going into the World Cup final. All right, so there you go. Chase Blackwell. Let's talk about this next guy, talking about Jake Pates, the 27-year-old Olympian. He's qualified for the finals. He qualified in the 7th spot. So you got to look at this. 2-time youth Olympic champ. So he knows what it takes. He's also been an Olympian. He does have 1 World Cup podium, but he'd like to see if he could make that another one. And this would be the opportunity to do it at 27 years old. That's what he's trying for. All right, let's keep it going. Next up, Joey Okeson. Let's talk about Joey Okeson for a moment, shall we? Qualified the number 4 spot. 23 years old. He's got a strong upside to him, too, being 23. 8th at Copper last year, so a solid top 10 finish at Copper last year. And he does have 4 World Cup top 10s. Last year for Calgary, a 13th place for him there, and the 14th in Aspen. So there, Joey Okeson, another guy, he's in the running. Could he make it? He's got a better than average chance too as well. So let's talk about Ryan Walkendorfer right now. Qualified 6th. Now, he was surprised. I did not know that Ryan was going to really focus on getting onto the team and, qualifying the 6th spot. 29 years old. He's got 11th in Calgary. He's also got a 16 in locks. So you got to look at that and say, does he have a chance? And it goes back to all these guys have pretty much the same chance of getting in. And it comes down to a podium. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever the case may be, you get on the podium right now because it's kind of wide open. You get on the podium right now and you can make that team. And speaking of making the team, a guy's been on the team for 2 years, Chase Josie, a 2-time Olympian. And I like this. no matter what, if he doesn't get a podium, if it was my pick and it was what I wanted to go with, I would pick Chase Yossi as someone that you'd want on the team. And the reason being because he's a two-time Olympian and he can put together some runs. He's got a 7th place at Aspen, a 7th place at Locke, so two top 10s right there, 4 World Cup podiums, and he's got Olympic experience too as well. So when you break it all down and you look at all the guys out there, these 6 guys have qualified for this one. There's also more World Cups on the way for Halfpipe, so it's not done yet. But I'll tell you what, a podium would really help the conversation to represent the U.S. in the Olympics, because they're going to name, most of the team will be named on January 10th in Aspen. I'll be there for that, and we will cover that as well. So whether you think it's Alessandro Barbieri, Jake Pates, Ryan Walkendorfer, Chase Blackwell, Joey Okeson, or Chase Yossi, we're just going to have to wait and find out who is going to be on top. You can tune in to the Outside Plus Network. This will be on Friday. Mountain Time will be noon. The ladies will drop first and the men after that. So that's how it's going to go down. Don't miss any of the action. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. I'm Brad J. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the hill.